everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Sanaa from So Crafty Sanaa, and I am back with another August budget monthly closeout. So at the end of a month, when I'm closing out my total budget package for the entire month, there's four parts to this. Okay. Yeah, I would say four. The first part, again, completing my monthly budget worksheet and then going over my monthly in sinking fund envelopes worksheet. Part two is going over my monthly expense comparison worksheet. Part three is my month to month money spend, which I combined into my last part two. And final and last is taking a recap of my monthly financial goals I set at the beginning of the month and then completing my monthly financial goals recap on the back. Okay. So let's take a look here. Um, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Sanaa, and I am the owner and content creator for So Crafty Sanaa. And I am a cash stuffer. I am a budgeter. Like, I love budgeting. I am a planner babe. Like, planning is my first love. Okay. I don't do it on camera anymore, but I do want to get back to that. Okay. Um, I'm not a zero-based budgeter. I am not transparent with my numbers because I feel like, you got to keep a little mystery. You got to keep a little to it. So, for my monthly financial goals, I'm sorry if you hear the TV. My son is just living his best life, kind of, sort of, not really, but he's sitting right here. He was watching TV in the kitchen with Jin Boo. Um, you don't have to turn the camera. You don't have to turn it down. Just turn it down some. You can turn it up. But just, it is what it is. Life. You don't have to turn it all the way down. You can hear it. Okay. Excuse me for the interruption. Okay, so at the beginning of the month, I set some goals or outcomes that I wanted to accomplish during the month of August. One of the things that I wanted to accomplish was cash spend only for my variable expenses, meaning the money that I allot in my wallet for my cash envelopes to spend during the week, I only wanted to stick to that amount. I did not want to go off track and spend my credit card or things like that. I literally wanted to stick to the amounts that I budgeted. And I feel like I did that. Like, I did not go over. When I look at my, and you guys, when I look at my monthly expense comparison for August, the envelopes, these are all in my wallet. Okay. What I consider envelopes are the ones I carry with me. So I budgeted 420 and I spent 405, stayed within budget. I budgeted 180, spent 152, budgeted car 50, spent nothing, gas 246, spent 110, food 875, spent 650. The green shows that I stayed in budget. So that's what I mean by cash spend variable expenses. I wanted to use cash. Okay. I want to say that I did accomplish that. I feel like I did great. I feel like that goal or outcome I did achieve. So I'm going to put a check mark here. 10 no spend days. Now let's go to my month on one page view. So for my month on one page view, I just use this to list my spending amounts that I spend each day and my no spends. My monthly on two page, I list my bills, any important notes, to dos, whatever. My paydays. I was using this to list the amounts, but I felt like the contrast of seeing all the numbers and the colors, it did not stand out like it did on the one page. I included two versions of a monthly calendar in this book because some people like to do it on one page, some people want to do it on two page, and you know your girl, I'm trying to accommodate, right? That's who I am. Okay, so 10 no spend days for the month. So we can go here and see that I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I did not accomplish this, okay? I'm going to put a red X here because I did not accomplish it. 6 no spend days. Was that bad? No, because I could have spent money every day. So 6 was good. I did not reach my 10. I'm going to try again in August and we'll see how it goes. Okay. So another goal I wanted to accomplish was pay 2,000 in debt. So your girl's going to take it in debt, literally. And then the reason I cover that up is because that shows my income. That is my monthly budget worksheet alongside a payday budget worksheet. Again, I do not expose my real numbers. I am not that transparent. That is not something I am comfortable with doing. Okay. So, oops, let me just make sure that I am okay. So I did not pay 2,000 in debt. I only paid what looked to be 201.68. But there was a debt payment I planned to make that I pushed off to September because I wanted to accumulate and budget more money towards that debt payment. So I plan to pay $3,500 in debt in September. So let's see if your girl can get that accomplished. Increase my revenue. I'm dead on. I feel like, yes, I did increase my revenue. Um, I try to, so I'm trying to pay attention to my audience. I'm trying to pay attention to my customers. I'm trying to pay attention to what everyone wants. I am busy. I have a lot going on. So it's hard for me to stay engaged, but I see that engagement drives revenue. So I want to say that my YouTube money went up for August. I want to say that my business sales and So Crafty went up in August very well. So, did I increase my revenue during the month? Absolutely. That was a goal I wanted to achieve. And in order to achieve these goals or outcomes, you can list your steps to take. What steps does it take to do that? So, again, to achieve cash spend variable expenses, I felt I needed to be conscious of my spending triggers. I felt like I needed to meal plan because it's easy when you go out to just buy something quick. Okay. Say no. Say no contributes to a lot of things because that contributes to cash spend in my variable expenses, 10 no spend days. Increase in revenue is finding items to sell. Focus on what it is, not what you think it should be, and more content. So I felt like all of these steps to take will help me with this. Okay. So I didn't sell any of my personal items. However, I just stuck to what my brand was. So Crafty Sinai, and your girl is going to push your girl. Like I am the brand. The brand is me. You already know. If you like me, then you love me. Right? I am super dope. My son looking at me like you're super insane. Nonetheless, let's move on. So, track expenses thoroughly. You know your girl's an avid expense tracker. Like, need I say less? I included more monthly expense sheets in this book because I track my expenses so heavy. Like, this sheet doesn't even belong here. There you go. But I needed more expense tracking room because I track these expenses thoroughly and I settle out my expenses weekly because it's easier. I can't wait to the end of the month to tally up these totals. Every week, I tally up my spending, what I spent in cash, what I spent in card, what I spent for business, and I pay back the credit card, whatever these amounts are. So it works for me. Track expenses thoroughly. Check. Yes. Okay. Stay on budget. Need I say less? I think I just got finished on my last video showing y'all that all these green numbers here means I stayed in budget. These are the amounts that were budgeted for these spending categories, and I stayed under those budgeting amounts. I stayed in budget. Do you see how that plays out? If you see anything in red here, then I went over budget. But there's no red. This is red. There's no red. I'm proud. So I stayed in budget. And again, the whole say no, being conscious of my spending triggers, as I explained in my last video, I am an emotional spender. I love shopping. I love buying new things. And a lot of my stuff is relative to the house because I love just really getting dressed and looking nice in the house. I don't need to step foot outside. Your girl be like model material in the crib, okay? And so I enjoy it. I enjoy all things that promote positive energy, good vibes, happy places and spaces and things like that. That's why everything is colorful. I love the sunlight. I want to be in chill mode all day again until somebody press my raging demon button and you're not going to recognize me. And so there it is. Okay? But you get the energy you give. So I'm not mad at that. I'm human. Consistent with cash stuffing. I want to say that I stuffed every pay period. So I definitely did not miss a pay period of cash stuffing, although I think I missed one, but I'm going to still call that consistent. Okay. I put out a lot of videos on the month of August. So I was definitely consistent with my stuffing and being grateful. This right here, I put on here in my, I think my daughter or one of my daughters, because I have 3 daughters and 2 sons. One of my daughters, I believe, asked me, Why did I list be grateful? I said, because this is the key to everything. If I was to look at everything that everyone else has going on, I see why it could make someone miserable, sad, bring their mood down because they're like, why am I not doing this? Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? Instead, I choose to look at it like this. I am grateful that I can do what I can do. Even if I had to do less, I would still be grateful that I could simply just provide a roof over my head for me and my children. I am simply grateful for the fact that we wake up in the morning, we have good health. I mean, and as long as we eat during the day, like I could, and people might not believe this, but if you take away all the materialistic stuff, because I didn't always have it, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be my sane, happy person, budgeting and planning. So, be grateful was something that keeps me grounded in this busy world where reality TV and social media is brainwashing everyone. And so I like to just do what I do, do what I love, and that keeps me focused and grounded because it makes me happy. What other people do is not going to make me happy. I am going to start traveling more, but I'm doing that for my children. I want them to have those experiences and memories. I don't really care to travel, but I want to have that with them. So, being grateful is should have been at the top of the list, but it's going to always be on my goal or outcome because that's something I have to focus on and look at every day. I have to wake up and be thankful and grateful. So grateful I am. Was I conscious of my spiritual triggers? Yes, I was. Did I meal plan? No, I didn't. But you know what? I want to say that I did say let's get this and that because we can make this and that. That's kind of meal planning, but I didn't do it formally like I really wanted to. So I'm just going to chalk that off as I failed. Say no. Did I say no? I feel like I said no a lot. I felt like I said no a lot because I could have spent more than I did, and I didn't. So there was a no. Did I find items to sell in my house? No, I did not. Focus on what it is and not what you think it should be. I mean, I hope everybody understands that. It is what it is. You could say it should be this, but it ain't. It is what it is. So, what it is for me is my immediate environment and situation. My immediate environment and situations is X, Y, and Z. Should it be A, B, and C? It should be in my mind, but it's not. So I'm just going to focus on the here and the now, what I can do now, what I can change for tomorrow. That is focus on what it is and not what it should be. My situation is I don't have a whole team helping me. I can't produce more than whatever I can produce because I am making everything. I am trying to get suppliers to make these things for me, but it has to be equal to or better than what I do. I just can't take less than that. And so I'm confident they can. However, you know, it just requires trust. Okay. So focus on what it is and not what you think it should be. That is very important. And I like to put some motivation into my goals and my steps. More content. I nailed this. I nailed this. I did some lives. I've been doing reels. Your girl has been jumping in front of the camera. I'm doing budget buddies. I did it. More content. Say less. All right now. So I'm going to flip this over because let's get into completing this. What worked well this month? I want to say my determination. So I think I'm going to get, if it's over here, let me see if I have some transparent stickies. Oh, I want my, I don't have my stickers near me, but you guys know I keep my sticker book near. So let's see if I have some. I'm just going to use these gray dots. Okay. Okay. So I have these gray dots, and you all, I am about to get busy with them. So the reason I'm going to use these because I want to highlight my little steps to take. Okay. So what worked well for me? What worked well for me? Oh my gosh. I want to say my determination. My determination to accomplish My daughter's texting me, forgive me. My goals. Literally, my determination to do these things here is what worked well for me. Excuse me, I hit the camera, sorry. I mean, I was focused. I was really, really focused. The other thing was what worked well for me is talking myself through my spending triggers. So let's say, let me get my. So, what also worked well, talking through triggers. Okay. Um, I want to say sticking to, I didn't just spend cash. I did swipe the card this month. So I'm not, I really wanted to just spend cash, but I don't carry my sinking funds with me. And I don't really plan to spend money. So sometimes it happens. So I'm not going to say cash spending worked well. However, um, staying within my budgeted amounts and not eating out as much. Okay, not eating out worked well. Because before I would let the kids just, oh, let's order a pizza, oh, let's order pizza. And I'd be like, no, just make something. I bought food, do that. So not eating out worked very well for me because I stayed under my food budget, which is maybe a first, seriously. The other thing, what else worked well? When I look back at, oh, um, what worked well is getting comfortable with the camera. Comfort with camera. And that means I'm not comfortable with getting in front of the camera, but I really, literally, you all, I was trying my darndest to get in front of that camera and I wanted to do it more. So I'll try again in September. But comfort with the camera worked well for me. I just said the heck with it, like people want to see me, people want to engage with me. So that worked. If I could think about what I should change, I really, really, really want to cut back on my sinking fund spending. Like, uh, cut back and plan sinking fund spending because I felt like I went to the mall a couple times and your girl, I ain't even gonna lie, this was a good investment because there is a cart in the mall, Nell of the Day. And I'm gonna tag her on her Instagram, but she so I am not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. She got a customer. She has a customer. And I put it on like a little gel based thing. So you put the little um and she has a website and you could cuss. Oh my gosh, when y'all see this. So you put this on like clear nail polish and then you use the little, I'm not going to put the light, but you use the little light there and you put it on and then you put the little gel on and then you put them on. Now she gave me the tool to pop them off because I'm not going to keep them on for long periods of time. But this was a great investment. So I don't mind going into the mall, and that was an unplanned spend. As a matter of fact, that was a business expense because anything that I use for my business, marketing, filming videos, YouTube, any attraction, clothing, whatever, if I know I'm going to be on camera and I want to look nice and look cute, that's a business expense. So I'm not even mad at that. That is a business expense. So cut back and plan my sinking fund spending. That is something I want to do because I did spend more of my sinking funds. The other thing that I should change when I look back is meal planning. Well, I'm not going to say I should. I don't feel like I really had any spending habits, but I do know I spend the same on everything. But I didn't go crazy because I stayed in budget. You guys know I go over budget a lot. So what to focus on? I definitely want to focus on paying more into debt. And I also want to focus more on content and engagement. So I'm going to put content and engagement to drive revenue. You guys know that's how it works. Okay. What else can I focus on? I mean, what worked well? I did put my content, pushing content worked well. Well, I said that. I don't feel like I had any spending habits. I don't. I didn't do nothing ridiculous during the month. Um, I don't know that I even want to focus on going forward. Like, I don't know that I want to find items to sell. I didn't identify any habits, and I'm going to put I didn't identify any habits. Okay. So, and I know this looks sloppy, so forgive you, girl. So, there are a lot of things that I can say what worked well. Overall, my positive attitude that I poured into So Crafty Sanaa. So, I want to say my positive attitude because I felt like I was very motivated this month. I felt like I was very encouraged and I felt more driven. Like I was interacting with you all. I loved it. I love talking. I love commenting, socializing. Socializing worked very well. That is what I'm going to put down here. Socializing. And that is something I want to do more of, right? And I know people are like, these are not monetary goals, but they kind of are because it plays into me as a person and me representing a brand, me building a brand, and me being the brand. So, nonetheless, those are my monthly financial goals. This is the recap. So, now you see, and as you keep watching me budget month to month to month, you will all see how the budget book works on a monthly basis for me and how the book can work for you. So I do have one more video to film, and that is going to be setting up my monthly financial goals for September. So I will see you all in my next video. Bye.